Hey Glamour Jammers. A lot of you guys have requested that we do some trainings on how to recruit or actually just add members to your team and build your business. Because a lot of you guys have been very inspired with Jamberry, whether it be the product, the people, something like that, and you want to share with other people. One of the biggest joys for me has been being able to coach my team and see you guys grow into leaders. And I say that so kind of loosely because it makes me sound like I know what I'm doing. Really, it's not about that. It's just about sharing your passion and your fire for something. It's not about having the answers to everything. So one of the things that I have been looking at is I've been reading different books on leading teams, especially in the direct sales industry and the party planning industry, because I want to be the best leader that I can be. So one of the things I'm trying to do is educate myself on what other people are doing so that I can figure out what works for me. What I do is not necessarily going to work for you, and that's okay. You need to figure out your business for yourself. And that's kind of where this video, this training, so it might be, is coming from, is kind of being able to figure out your elevator talk. When someone asks you, what do you do, or why did you become a Jamberry consultant, you will have a quick, concise answer. Y'all know I am a woman of many words sometimes, and I don't always get to the point. So what we're going to try to do, and I'm actually going to do this activity with you. This week, I want us to focus on our elevator pitch, which is ourselves, okay? So here are some things that I want you to look at, and I've been reading this book, Be a Recruiting Superstar. As well, I read The $1 Million Party Girl. I read that one too. And I have another one on Instagram marketing that I'm reading on my Kindle as well. So I'm going to try to kind of bring the best of what I've read so far. It's funny because throughout everything I'm reading, everything about building a team is about being you. So that's a common thread throughout everything I've seen. One of the things that I was reading just yesterday or the day before was in the book Being a Recruiting Superstar, and it was talking about your small spiel. And in fact, it gives several examples, sort of where you were, why you joined, and what happened since then. So these are some questions that they pose that you need to kind of let marinate with you and kind of use as a springboard to write your talk, okay? So it says, real life experiences are always more persuasive than facts, figures, and statistics. The more vivid the picture you paint, the more powerful the story. If your story is not dramatic, you can create a powerful testimony with thought and preparation. Start developing your story by answering the following questions. Now, what that means, before we get any further, is that you don't have to have said, oh, Jamberry saved my life, because many of us are in the first all of us are in the first 6 months, 7 months of joining Jamberry business, me included. So we don't have this huge, powerful, before I was a Jamberry lady, I was living in a ditch, and then I made all this money, and I'm in a mansion. None of us have that story. So let's be real. And we don't want to portray that story because that's not the reality either. But what you want to find is your reality. And so why did you start using the product? Why did you start using Jamberry? What changed when you started using the products? What were you doing before you started your business? What prompted you to start your business? What doubts did you have? How were they resolved? What challenges did you have? How did you overcome those challenges? And how has your life changed since you started your business? Okay, now I can already answer some of those. Then in the last two, I didn't turn the page. What experiences have you had as a direct result of your business? And then how has your business affected your family? One of the things that I tell people about myself and my story is that for me, I came from the business world, and I was in public relations for a corporation before I went into education. And I believe for me personally that Jamberry has helped me marry the two things that I really enjoy doing. I got out of the business world because I could see me going down a path that was not productive for having a family. And I know that I would have sabotaged my family because I was after money, money, money. And I let the pendulum, well, actually, I quit my job and went into another job. Long story, but I ended up going into education. My whole life, people had told me, you're going to be a teacher, you're going to be a teacher. And so I've been a 6th grade teacher for the last 9 years. And I really believe that with Jamberry, I have the opportunity to have my own business. And at the same time, I'm still being able to teach my team and learn things. You know, in education, you're constantly having to learn new things and read up on the newest things. And there's no better way for you to teach than There's no better way for you to learn than to teach. Switch that, reverse it, right? There's no better way for you to learn than to teach. And so I think that I've learned more with my Jamberry business through building my team, because you guys ask me questions and I have to think. And sometimes the way that I respond to you, I have to implement into my own business. And so that has been really inspirational for me. Now, that is not my spiel. I actually don't have one right now, and that's why I want to do this activity, and I want you guys to do it too. Okay, so those are the questions. I'll post them on our board. It also says that if you feel like it's too soon for you to have a story, there's some questions for you guys too. Okay, if you let's say that this is your first, maybe this is your first day. I know somebody signed up today to partner with Jamberry. So if this is your first day, where are we going with it? I'll post questions for you too, and a lot of it just inserts the what do you hope. What do you hope? So I still goal set, and I hope that Jamberry brings me some things into my life as well. So with that being said, our goal for this week is to write your sort of small spiel, and it needs to be just a paragraph. I know it's going to be hard for me because I like a lot of words, but we're going to have a small paragraph, okay? That's just for this week. Now, next week, I have something to follow up with that, and we'll get to that when we get there, okay? So you know what you're doing this week. I will post the questions, all right? I will talk to you soon, and I can't wait to hear your stories, okay? Bye.